This station is from a stream to a flowing river. This station is growing bigger and bigger. This station is for all the garrison. No other station in comparison. The Badass station is everywhere. Even when you're shopping in these places, Tesco, Lidl, Sainsbury, and even Morrison, Jaboni station, no stress, no pain, and no altercation. Jaboni Badass.
Death Row by Maria Hector, narrated by Jaboni, better known as the Badass, the man from Buzzrock. 2. Babylon. Babylon is not a place or a person. It is a thing, a so-called political system that enables the ruling class within the society to dominate, oppress, repress, and exploit the weak class by reason of force. The penal system with its 7 prisons scattered across the island is a prime strong arm apparatus of Babylon control. When
a little this, a little that, a little jack, perhaps what's not, enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, we read 60. A little this, a little that, a little jack, perhaps what's not, enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, we read 60. Oh yeah. It come like a Joshua day with the come from under fractal. It come like a Joshua day with the lock up and get bail. When you say Jamaica read 60, no man, this can't be true. Then I know Joshua day we celebrate 1962. Me come. 2030. Hey, boy, time really fly. Lord, we really reach 60. Me happy till me I go cry.
So my people, this one will be pretty interested, so you definitely want to stay tuned. But before we get into the video, you know it's a Black Power movement, so definitely drop a like and subscribe and share to a friend or a family so they can be a part of the movement. Now my people, let's take a walk.
Aye, Dada. Yeah man, you know what I don't know how long ago they send a message, but me just a pick up on it, you know. Be in the phone, the whole phone I'm not too active pan. You know what I mean? And sometimes it just dead there on the battery, I'll just run down and be able to turn it on and them thing that I'm just a chip in on it. And I start up so they send a message. Yes, Dada. Yeah man, overstand the eye clearly. Seeing? Yeah man, and I see him so it go, you know. And I said to the eye, likewise, let's continue the good work so the eye do. You know, come listen to the eye, you know, video them. And I see it on them. Very interesting. Yeah man, I learn a lot. You know, cause the eye I black some sound, you know, about even stuff before me born. And stuff when me was a little child, you know, kind of the 70s, you know, me a little youth, you know. You know, see it, yeah, man. Me a little bit of youth, I got basic school and everything there. There, yeah, black so there. Yeah, see it, yeah, but some sound, they were very interested. And when I was a youth, still enough of them things, they were there black. When I was a youth, me say, yeah, them things, there are some utterance that come across me ears, you know. In regards to some of them things, you know, yeah, man. So, if you don't say, you know, the eye, you know, we see the eye as a one who you know, who preserve, you know, see it, come highlight certain things. Yeah, so the youth them can listen and learn and wise up. You know, see it. Yes, I thought me to the eye, so enough man that respect and heart and love to the eye, fire, and continue to keep up the good works. Rastafari.
Greetings, my lion. I want the eye know, say, I see the eye all over the place and it's respect all the way through. I'm on Vice, still a work of a Vice, you know, as you can hear. But on any and everything, it's like how the eye jump on everything, and any and everything I man jump on, you know, brother. Because some things not really bother I, and I man certain things I can't do nothing about, so I just leave it alone. But it's a true I man did play a role in a crucial part of the development of the culture as a youth lion coming up. So is that I try to really make the youth them relate back to the youth them, say it nah go carry them nowhere, so at some stage they have to give it up in order to progress in life. So that's my thing there. You know, me just try to show the youth them we aspire to be gangsters and rude youth. That it's not an easy road, you know. And I think that is where we need some help and structure. But keep up your good work still. I know, say, it's always love and respect. And feel free to touch eye. I try touch the eye just now, but I check set through the time different. The eye gonna still either carry the youth go to school or do certain things. Cause I man pass.
Shut up, no man. You're a fucking idiot or what? You think the system just exists without individuals or individuals without, or the system is something that is living on its own? Are the people them were involved in that rich white man them will have the business or run the music industry, the film industry, the whole of them are the system. It's kind of retard you be boomed on a van, but you don't have no sense, man.
Well, yeah, buddy, the thing is that even when they come down, when you say that how you see these cops jump on these people like that and people standing on the side and let them do this shit like that, that always, I'm saying, that wasn't always another thing here in America either though. And I'm saying what's being glanced over is that when you're dealing with, even like, when you're dealing with stuff like the shower posse, and you're dealing with your brethren, and you're dealing with Rasta, and you're dealing with Jamaicans in America, what doesn't get spoken about is the fact that the police in all these jurisdictions in New York, and these populations, when you had heavy populations of Jamaican and Caribbean people, they were given orders. They were given orders to stand down. So this is where a lot of these guys don't understand how the politics of certain things work. These guys don't understand that, like in the 1970s, how you saying from the 72 to 76, the CIA ran Jamaica. So a lot of these guys don't seem to get that. A lot of things that Jamaica were doing in America, in Jamaica, wasn't that the law didn't see what they was doing and couldn't have stopped them when they wanted to. I'm saying it was a part of the game. It was a part of the whole thing. And some of these new young people actually think that when they talk this God shit and this God stuff, like somehow God and Rasta and Job was protecting Jamaicans from being incriminated and being arrested in America or being arrested in Jamaica. Yeah, they attribute that stuff to this God stuff, not knowing the whole time that none of this shit had nothing to do with no God. know what I'm saying? This is all the people who know, you know, so that thing like that. But the president was saying, you know, how, you know, with this white thing, the thing with white people in Jamaica, the thing with white people in the Caribbean, period. Caribbean people really don't get the full grasp of, even though you got all type of nationalities who come to the Caribbean, spend money, spend time, but the majority of Caribbean people, you know, especially in the big islands like Jamaica and other places like, you know, the majority of them people don't see the two sides of white people. The Caribbean people are experiencing the vacationer, quote unquote, white people. These are the people in America who decided to take their money, save, and take a vacation in Jamaica, and the other white people, you know, the hippie white guys who they say fuck the Western world, they don't want to be a part of it, and you know what I'm saying? So they come to Jamaica and hang on Rasta and do the hippie thing, that stuff like that. Those are the only two versions of white people that most Caribbean people know. You know what I'm saying? The vacation of white folks who have money, who have wealth, and who come to Jamaica and they come to town on vacation, and, you know, or some who stay. They know the rich white people, and they know the white people who want to be hippies and say fuck them, you know, the Western world or Europe where they came from, and they live off the land and that type of shit. They don't know the white people who hang black people down south. They don't know them. They don't know those type of white people. They don't know the white people that who when they had hanging, you know what I'm saying, when they had lynching parties. This is all documented. If you go to the museum in New York, you go to the Smithsonian, when they brought their children, their wives, it was all, you know, where they put posters up, so like going to a party, put stamps on electricity poles saying, oh yeah, we're gonna have a hanging tonight. And all their children walked around and watched this shit. So these are the white people that the people in Black America have been dealing with ever since. So it's like, you know, so these friendly white people who come to Jamaica and sing reggae, and that's not our perception of white folks over here. And somehow the line get crossed because I'm saying, like, and the brother was saying, like, even when you deal with a thing like Eminem, a guy like Eminem can infiltrate rap music and make rap music and all that stuff like that. But then you have people like in reggae. You got reggae guys. I'm 52, so but this is a 72. I got put on the Peter Tosh probably like my last years of high school. So it's like 90, 91, 90. And you know, Peter Tosh, a reggae revolutionary. This is what the persona is. In 87, I'm saying, before 87, I think Peter Tosh was killed in 87. But before 87, you had him making the song, making a remake of a remake, basically making a Temptation remake song, a song that the Rolling Stones had remade by the Temptations. Walking Don't Look Back. A song that was remade by white people, being remade by white people with a black person, and on top of that, all of the members of the Temptations at that time in the 80s were still alive. Why wouldn't Peter Tosh try to figure out a way to really make that song with them black musicians in America? Why none of them 70s reggae musicians never tried to collaborate? I mean, you had Bob Marley on stage with Stevie Wonder, but I'm saying as far as get down in the studio and make us, if you really was trying to cross over and make this black thing, this one thing, how no reggae artists never make no collaboration with the black music that made reggae. Black American music made reggae. So it's the roots of reggae is Black American blues and R&B. So how none of these guys thought that I'm gonna make a song but their main objective was just go entertain white folks and make white people happy. Black people in the Caribbean made marijuana illegal for white people, made all these things, and marijuana still is not legal in America yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm saying marijuana is legal in America right now, but marijuana is not legal in Jamaica yet. But even though, what I'm saying is that these guys was, it's just fucking, because it's a sad observation when you see like these black people from a poor island like Jamaica. They spoke of black things, yeah, but I mean, they spoke of black issues and things like that, but these people gave their lives to white people. Because I'm saying, when you look at all these reggae singers with all the tragedies they had, if these people would have stayed amongst black people, they would be alive today. Yeah, so the majority of the entertainers threw their own life away, their own children away, and put white people to the point, even up to their own detriment. When you're sick and you know you need health and you know you need different kind of things, but it was better to go perform for white people. And like, come on, man. And then you want to, yeah, but you preaching to white people on one thing. Black people are already black. They ain't got to do nothing else but just be who they are. Somehow that ain't good enough, but the black people who never did none of that stuff like that. My grandmothers, both of them lived to be up into their 90s, 93, 97 years old. And ain't never was no Rasta, none of that. So people did all that stuff like that just to come back to say the same thing. And the same people would say, my life is for people. My life ain't for no people. My life is for my children, and my life is for myself, first of all. Me, that's what I'm saying. If it ain't me, if I don't have my own person, if I don't got a life, I can't do shit for no kids. So my life is for myself. Right, to maintain myself first, and then then I pass it on to my children, and from there forth, and so on and so on. So my life ain't for no fucking people. My life ain't no sacrifice. That's what I'm saying. These crazy ass ideas, but then when people's words actually come true, it's like, oh my God, like what's going on? People live for that stuff though. People live for that. Live to be a prophet and all this whole shit like that. Oh, play that game out. Play that whole game out and see where prophets and saints and all people go. You think Martin Luther King was born and said, oh, I'm a prophet? You think Malcolm X was saying, oh, I'm a prophet? Motherfucker, no. The life situations forced people into a corner and made people into what it is. These are things.
When Christopher Columbus intruded upon Jamaica, he did not find a single gold on the island. The Arawak society was so structured that there was never any need for such institution of social control. There was a society of communalism where all land and the means of production belonged to the community. Although land was allocated to people, they were never free to do as they like with it, as it belonged to the community and serve the communal interests. It was only when the European sought to impose his will and the indigenous people that a class of interest along class cut, class line happen on the island. The European was committed to the subjugation of the Arawak and the capture of their land on the one hand, while the Arawak on the other hand was committed to the maintenance of his freedom and land, using superior weapons, trained dogs, and 700 machinery cutthroat. Joan the Equivalent conquered the Arawak and made them slaves. However, it was one thing to do battle with and gain victory over an armed people, but an entire different and more difficult thing to maintain the defeated as slaves, organized for capitalist exploitation. Society at this rudimentary stage being split into irreconcilable opposite due to the insoluble contradiction of interests. Signal the birth of Babylon. Sustainability. Babylon was established to moderate and keep class antagonism and strugglers within bound, acting as an power, standing above society. Group of armed men, police, gaolers and soldiers, and prison for the incarceration of the more desperate and freedom-loving slaves were organized to perpetuate the supremacy of Babylon. The first notion of the state came from the European because they, by reason of violence, gained dominion over the Arawak and set themselves up as masters, because all the constable, gaolers, judge were Europeans, and all the prisoners black, and the social political structure was founded on European tradition. It was the European interests that were protected, served by the organized force of Babylon. By 1655, another set of Europeans captured the island from the Spanish capturers. The coming of the English, however, did not affect the status of the slave in that early Jamaican society. The English took up where the Spanish left off, settling themselves up as the new master, claiming ownership of the means of production and the slave, not as people but as factors of production. Plantation was perfected and Babylon expanded and armed with new techniques of oppressing, repressing the already oppressed class. The cardinal precept upon which colonialist government of the day was supported was fear, a total and cohesive, necessary, systematically promulgated by the ruling class that supersede all question of right or wrong, or even sentiment of humanity. A fear that made violent mind drained away, resolve, and erode
optimism for liberated survival among the oppressed class. A fear of Babylon with its guns, court, gallows, and prison, fear of captivity and death. It was only by this absolute fear, this awesome power of Babylon, that it was possible for so large a number of people to be the slave of so few. Country goal and prisoners sprang up all over the island, and all the bloody paraphernalia of colonization was imported to increase the fear through torture, pain, suffering, confinement in the dungeon, equalized as prison. Emancipation turned loose hundreds of thousands of ex-slaves into society, temporarily threatening the status quo. No longer did universal conscience support physical slavery. By then, however, the European colonialists had integrated into the fabric of the society the means by which to continue the perpetuation of their rules. It was only a matter of time before these ex-slaves, the genesis of the modern Jamaica working class, became the wage slave of the European master, who still owned the means of production. In this post-emancipation society, social stratification developed as people began to pursue different so-called political interests. These involve the division of people into class according to who was able to obtain control of the monopoly of the use of force through Babylon in exploiting and repressing the working class. Since this post-emancipation era, Jamaica society has operated along a strict capitalist order within the exploitation of man by man, of one class by the other, render crime and violence a permanent feature of the society. The fact that an expanding Babylon function in the society to protect the ruling class have from the employed and working.
A little this, a little that, a little job, perhaps what's not. Enough history, enough victory, Jamaica. We reach 60. A little this, a little that, a little job, perhaps what's not. Enough history, enough victory, Jamaica. We reach 60. Miss Jane, me really feel good. Really feel good, me say. For 60 is nothing small. We have come a far, far way. Lord, remember the jubilation. We are back in 1962. When we get independence and we get everything new. We get with one national pledge, one national anthem and flag. We get with one coat of arms, national dish, bird and flowers.
I want to say welcome to one and all to a historical edition of Baldhead and the Dread. I am both humbled and honored to have these special guests with us. The brilliant Dejaz Max Kwasi, the brilliant Dr. K. Adamawi Knife, the brilliant Honorable Priest Isaac, and the Honorable Priest Kalash. We give thanks for everyone being here. Far right, big up yourself. We're going to get right into the reason. Anyone feel free who wants to start. But the first question we want to, first topic we want to discuss is Haile Selassie made a powerful historical speech to the UN, and it seems that the topics that he covered during that speech are even more relevant today in these modern times, especially on the issue of human rights violation. So anyone feel free who wants to start to speak about that, take the stage.
Yes. All right. So, device is ancient. See? That is something I have particular interest in because you know that every time people find themselves in a crisis situation, they're looking at models for solution. You know, and I remember clearly last year making some sound, especially to Africa, which is manifesting today that all Africa is looking outside of itself for solutions when all Africa need is within itself. You know, and we'll see where a lot of those young youths now who would have been younger youths when leaders of the OAU in the 1960s. You can see how some of the principles and ideas from that time is being manifested by some of these youths in them current governance in Africa when I take over them country. But I think most important though to why is the speech in signatory where MCM must focus on two key elements, which is disarmament, and we are talking about nuclear disarmament at the time, but more importantly, equity and equal rights among men throughout earth. And they say that everything today that is being advanced by those global organizations like the United Nations, that are things like the Sustainable Development Goals, you know, or them looking at environmental and social governance as a benchmark for good governance practices. Those they can see still reflecting all of these things about zero hunger, zero poverty, equality amongst gender, you know, access to sanitation, access to water, all the things we're speaking about in terms of how nations were dealing with nations in an inequitable manner need to be. Yeah, you need to adjust those. And in admission, in warn the UN as well that if the United Nations fail to live up to those covenants that they sign within the United Nations that's supposed to support equity and equality amongst people throughout earth, it is going to become irrelevant and find itself in danger, which is what you see happening now. Because the United Nations have not, this is not no romanticism, because we're not no Roman, you know. But I show you how from the 1960s, these were seen as challenges that needed to be addressed. And because of failure to act then, just as how there was failure to act in 1936, where the League of Nations became redundant, United Nations find itself in a lot of being challenged a lot. You can see things were going on in some other countries like Israel and Palestine, and people talking about what's happening.
Far, anyone else want to jump in? Why knife connection come back?
Sorry, I don't know if it's mine. That's my internet just now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. So, all right. So let's wrap this quickly. So we look at what's happening amongst those nations in the earth and people talking about wars, etc. Just go forward to those speech. Because I started the speech by saying that man have to move past even the ideology of nations. Because they become a new race where you know, say, but your commitment is to the development of all humankind. Those are the things that they are promoting now at these global levels in the global discussions. Of course, and incorporate the whole idea of the environment. So I find that Haile speech in 1963 is something that we need to revisit, you know, and just be reminded of some of these things that you know are very important if any nation is going to move forward. And the globe as well.
Anyone else want to jump in?
Rastafari.
Greetings again, Rastafari, sons and daughter. I greet you in the mighty name of the Most High, as the man so good and how pleasant it is for you and I to come together in love and unity. It's like the precious ointment upon the head, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirt of his garment. As the Jew affirm on the Jew that sent upon the mountain of Zion, there the living I, Emperor Eli, King Selassie, has commanded blessing, evil love, and life forevermore. Blessed be the name of the living I, Emperor Haile, King Selassie, the man who from Zion, who rule it among Zion, from that time to this time, upward and forevermore. With I and I, Mother, Empress Wazira Menen, Mother of creation, Mother of life. Give thanks to the family. Now, my virgin them showed me from Soweto because we did dip on they tried in 98, 99 in South Africa. And there's a lot of disturbance within there. The first thing the marks I am about is the guideline. And the reason why Mark say about the guideline now, because he said when Bongo Watto came, he said two brethren come to South Africa and bring the movement to them. He said Bongo Watto came and him showed them how to build a tabernacle. He said Bongo time come and show them how to administrate a tabernacle. Now after years and I passed, them brethren were in that order and the Bongo time and Bongo Watto order. Now then get the guideline, I don't know how they get it and it come to them. The brethren and this say when Bongo Watto come and Bongo time come, them never come with a guideline, them come with the Bible. They took both ones. And there is certain when them refer in the Bible, him say where everyone sure that Rastafari is the way and forward. Now when the guideline come now, him say the guideline have enough disturbance to the first one because I didn't get the first one for view and then get the second one. Those are African so I must say there's a lot of changes. And he marks me now, who built the first one? The first one was Vices by the Elder, written by Rastafari, but Vices by the Elders. Opinion was put in from the elders. Now, I'm personally Scubo. Don't know nothing about the second one, this one we right now, because it carry a problem with even Iman saying why them writing a new guideline. So them throwing away all what the elder said and do what them feel like. That's what Iman did say. Now, the brethren them in South Africa, that's what them saying. Say, if you come with a new guideline, that means you're going to wipe out all the blueprint of our ancient elders. And them don't see it fleas everywhere because the brethren say, him get a vision the other day and him see a piece of land, green, one part green like a glory. And when him look over the sit down, it was Bongo time and Bongo Watto. And him say Bongo Watto go so with the man and call him. And him say, them try to change the order from where it was. But him not to follow them. Because the order cannot change. And it must remain the same and walk in the same foot guideline and footstep of the Naya Bingi order. Because the Naya Bingi order is the order. And that's why him say Bongo Watto said to him. And him say Bongo time. Now, when Bongo time did come, I was reasoning with them in South Africa. Them never see these man as human being come around them. Them man was like the angel ascended to come guide them. Out of them the years what a tribulation and condemnation where them was coming through from the white man. So when them see Bongo time and Bongo Watto as two ancient elder, because as I am tell enough one say when Bongo time step, I never go with Bongo Watto. But when I am Bongo time a step, me have to line up a whole heap of man around him for bodyguard him. Because people was just rushing pan daddy like Mrs. Elder and want to touch him. People beg me like baby say just make I touch Papa. Everybody was Papa. This is the Papa. When police stop the van and them say daddy, them salute, them would say, please Papa, can you bless me and give, and daddy have to come out of the van and pray for the police them in South Africa. See? So I'm kind of see where the youth are come from. So I never see these man because at the time them in them apartheid tribulation where them no Rasta no count. And to see the Asian step from John John and come Africa, and it's like it's a release day for them, freedom day. Them can smoke, drive around, you know. So it was a joy with even I man see the joy within myself. That's why when I time I man just in the van and just water just run out of my high, just running out of my high. And a virgin look for me and say, "You cry, Scuba?" I said, "No." I man just a drive and I remember say all them hell there, some hell just call the name Africa and Babylon just take some button and boost up them head and lick out them teeth and mash them up and put them in a madhouse. So me say, you see, when I man personally Scuba Lightning reach Africa, I man not just reach it for myself, you know. It's like a whole heap of ancestor me carry and reach with it on the land. And that me have to show the virgin because me just a cry. And it's not like say me a cry like me a cry for something. Water just keep running out of me eye because me was playing the song say, we are king from with the home in Africa. Once we actually two robe we are warrior. And when me a look for how much of a hell of them pass away, calling the name Africa, never reach the land. And this is Scuba putting foot on the soil in Africa. It was a glory for me. It was a joy. It was like heaven to I man. See? So in the other, you know, the man them have some disturbance news and them want some report from the Jamaica Bingy house, as them tell I man personally, cause them see say the guideline kinda show them off. I don't know how comes and thing. And that's why I did tell Rastafari up by earthquake last year in May. I think I'm May. In the tabernacle, I think we have sensitized this thing and let the family have like a workshop around this guideline. That's the family can know exactly what it is and what it takes to have a guideline and all these things. And he was like down upon me and that's why I like him that I said gone out there and then Rasmus sister Mitzi running the tabernacle, she was outside. Now I forgot. And she running and said, no, I think I should listen to what Rascal was saying, you know, because if this thing I go like how it's going and people confused, better we have to sensitize the people, have a workshop around it. So Bingy man, yeah, I think, and that's why that's why I say them things I share them job, because if people are doing them own thing and the other will remain to carry and I too. But I and I grow with and know. Say I saw it for run and hell of them that like it run so and feel pleased within themselves. Them not see it and them don't think that you see them pass away then gone. Them there on it, them not left tabernacle, them not left Bingy. Because that are them traveling. But them just a watch and say who willing and who did love and who did want to do the work, just like all them that feel like the work should done. For make everyone feel pleased. See? And sometimes I want to get it and him say, boy, I'm not care, I'm just a do him. No, but you have to remember saying it come from a guideline, a harder. And it remain one and the same, no matter how you deal with it. Because it's a Haitian way and a Haitian order. So my brethren and my sister who say them hold certain position within the Naya Bingy order. I think when they make decision, it's supposed to the decision supposed to pleasing by from the congregation, not just you and a few brethren and sisters. Because that is where cause the confusion. Not just in Jamaica now. But it's step from out of Jamaica and gone universal. Because you have some brethren when now they go for bongo time and bongo what to tell them. See? And if you come with something different from that, it's like you come with war to them. See? So, when we are say the congregation have to find a way when them are going to do things. We can make the family feel like a family around everything and feel like them is a part of everything. Just like when Bongo Watu and Bongo Time they did it. And them say, centenary I go keep. Everyone did that gear up before or the year before and have that vibration that want to go into centenary and centenary is every man. Okay, where my man yard didn't drop it that day they call him say boy a centenary. And you know. So we would have want to see that vibration they forward within the order the Naya Bingy. And when they are Bingy you see I want set a man a chant to you see everyone put them input. You understand me? It's not one said because you have that bubbles, you have a whole heap of angel and I impress. And every one of them are impressed when they come in, them have the input for put within the eyes is. You have Bongotani daughter from Donga Verde. You have daughter Bubbles, you have daughter Haina, you have daughter Daphne. You have, you know, and them was daughter where them voice was in the tabernacle around the angel them. Cause if you listen to the Rastafari Elders album and you hear that nice sweet melody tone your voice, that's daughter Bubbles. So she was always in the midst. If you watch my video, I see them have a short from in the 70s down at Bull Bay Beach. She was that in a tabernacle, rock and a chant. Cause from the jump start roll them data, they just like them in a different dimension. Babylon gone, everything gone. And just like Rastafari eyes is within them sight and seeing and them meditation. So we need back some of them type of high rich around the harder fire. And less spectator and less people will build and less mystery makers. We want to get rid of because what we find out we have now, we don't have chanters again. We have mystery makers and troublemaker. Them are not chanter. And when they come a bingy, then take out them phone and then go around this and then whisper with them friend and talk this and then talk that. Fireborn whispering, Rasta no deal with whispering, Rasta plain talking, shoot people. Because I'm not no lies, so I'm not have no time for whisper. So for instance, I want to whisper around this and I want to whisper around this and I pay lie, pay mystery go on, corruption coming at the mids. So all of them things they and I have a shake out because right now I and I are Jamaica, the parent house and the house South Africa. I look for certain information and certain feedback. And I think I and I should have owe them that abbreviation because the elder them go there and them set the way. And the party was smooth and nice. So I think I and I should deal with it. And dash with the folly man and dash with certain things and deal with the house in the right order. And anything I come the congregation no, because the congregation is the house. Not 5 person, not 6 person. The congregation, man, woman and child. Just like when Bongo Water them that get a letter from America in the time, it read right in the congregation. If then a message come, it said in the congregation, so everyone here. And that would be like that now. We have a thing when name transparency and accountability. That because that's what South Africa are asking for from the Nayabing girls in Jamaica. Transparency and accountability. And I think them owe them forgive them that. Through the powers of the Most High, Selassie. See? So my brethren and my sister who put themselves ahead of the yard and say them I do this and them I do. And the congregation they even know some things for them I do still yet, but still yet them still get a respect because the people still respect them. I think them owe that standard of sending out a report to the South African brethren them in Soweto. Because Soweto house called me, you know. The house in Soweto. And when I go to Soweto for chant the Nyabingi that night, and one of the biggest Nyabingi I ever chant in a South Africa. Because I tell you, say, when we did the next place over in a Cape Town, the congregation big, but when we reach Soweto, I tell the tabernacle pack. Because Soweto is like, at the ghetto, you know. So when we reach, and the Bingi rise, yeah. And I man end up go spend back some time a week with the brethren them over Soweto, reasoning and thing, teaching the brethren them to play drum and thing. Even the brethren them remind me say I man come set up the Nyabingi Youth Council and certain things, and our child was fruitful, as where the brethren I show I man said the child where I and I make, but Bongo Water and Bongo Time child was fruitful in the time in South Africa. So I man did tell Jonah and he go say don't go through the door and go through the window. You don't go in through you're not going through the door, you're going through the window because I and I set a foundation already, and if the foundation is there already, that's where you go and build on. But if you go with a different administration from the foundation where you're going to have the brick of the bridge in them. I expect the move where Bongo Time and Bongo Water make towards develop them spiritual well-being towards Rastafari liberty. So if you go there and you are gonna break that type of bond with them set up, that can cause confusion. But if you go there and advance upon what the ancient has already said, then I think you have a work to do. See? So, my brother and my sister, when I and I chat out there around our family as Rastafari, we will be equal with them. Not because I and I coming from the West and I know they are to a certain dimension. You're not still to exalt yourself around your brethren. You must even be humbler than them. That's the things you can learn from them too. Because everyone I and I as a family have something, some input to share with each others. That's why we become a family. See? So, I and I, as Nyabingi chanters in Jamaica and administrator, I think we're supposed to come because we find ourselves a jig apart. We're not coming together, we're jigging apart. And if a man has a lie because he don't know love and he don't know unity. So we're supposed to find ourselves together, put ourselves together, and give a good report unto the house in South Soweto on the mission of Rastafari and the liberty and the guideline and every little thing that needs the one them can be. Not confused, but up to date towards the liberty of Rastafari. Because right now the brethren say them are look a bit confused according to the guideline and according to where Bongo what to say and according to where Bongo time say. And me they don't tell them already say in the guideline in Jamaica I go cause problem. Don't force it on no one. And it's not even because the Jamaica kind of ease up like them just say it's a 9-day attack and then one day it when it done. But South African now them is not like that. Remember them come out of war, them come out of tribal thing, you know, and it's a whole different settings. That's why when Daddy go down there and realize and see much Rasta and see the tribal thing, him set up the Asian Council. Him set up the National, the Daughters Council. Him set up the Administrative Council. And then him set up the National Council. We cover the whole Africa with each one from a province there on the council. So that National Council now could have, when them come every month, they can have a meeting and the one from each province carry back the report to the province. And the Youth Council set up. So the brethren them a look, forget a certain amount, a guideline, not because the Asian them part, but still yet from Jamaica. Because when them buck them foot, them are going to say, yeah, Jamaica, when you check Jamaica and see where we can get over this ergo. So the item of it, that's why me was debating on the guideline, not fighting against your man plan or your man idea, you know. But it can work for each and every one that I want to feel satisfied and justified within a congregation and feel like him is part of something. More than him just feel like him just a hang around something and him not around something. Because if I man feel something I go around something women around but nothing around that means not no one. No, at that time you're gonna feel like say boy, where you do this so you don't have no space there so. So Bingy man and Bingy woman who claim say them represent the order of the Naya Bingy should be wise in them movement doing and you know and make everything be transparent and accountability on the table that everyone can see it clear without a one have to go with the negative speculation at all time and it look like Bingy house in a confusion. When it's one of them who is the administration is confused and then it confused because if the head of the stream dirty, you know, down at the bottom I go get dirtier because down there so all of the rubber I go run go stuck up. So the one them have to learn all them these little things and how to control a congregation and make a congregation remain and grow, not deteriorate. See, and over the years, I tell them from around there, the say congregation are deteriorate. And the man they nah look. Bungo time and bungo water they gather them together, you know. Every way they go then gather people, you know, new soul. New soul. Me not see the Bingy do that. Because they so busy fighting for power that they never remember them works what them have to do. So man, When I have to catch back gear and no one there. Go back down in a 1 gear, because it look like a 5th gear every man. They say I move on speed. So go back a 1 gear, I will take the time, go over the mountain. 1 step at a time. I ride to Mount Zion, through the powers of the Most High, highly last year the first. So this is my taking through the bridge in them car, man, from overseas this morning, and the bridge in them. I got through a confused stages. Because June and Negos, there's one angle, and the guideline, there's up on another angle. And the spiritualness where them they get teaching about they in front them. So they don't know which one for dash or for take up which one. Because none of them not coincide in one and come in one. Everything depend it one. That's if the man ask me, say, theocracy reign, because him say, is it bungo time? Tell him say the theocracy reign is the government by itself. Who govern itself is a self-government. And they might say, oh, the man them go join government and the man might sign with government and all these things. So why they don't activate for them government where them have? So all these things the South African them are look on. The house need to give a good report to the South African house in Soweto. Because them calling for that report and that overstanding of information that them need for go further and do them work. Because them hold on for the ancient way now. So I don't want them now who feasible for change certain things. It's good to send a report to them, because I not change nothing. I live one way of still respect for our ancient. We live with our ancient days, live in our ancient way. We know certain line we cannot cross. No care which part within a creation. We know certain things we cannot do. No care what within a hierarchy. So I live with the ancient around I know depart from them. I say, boy, them never do this and them never know this and they shouldn't them just at all. No, we don't look down upon them that way there. We look up. Cherish our ancient. Because without our ancient there is nothing it would be here. So we have to cherish who make the things possible for I and I can live it and see the reality as a glory now. When them are living it, them that live in a pain, sorrow, and all them things, hungry, the worst thing in our life, and then make it be reality that we can live like we're living in paradise today. So we're supposed to honor and respect our ancient. Not push them away like them was nothing and them was like dust. Then they mean nothing to I and I. But yet still with the honor Babsy Grange, with the honor some little big, some girls and some guys. But we not honor the one them who pave the road, who put them body like a living sacrifice on the carpet, on the asphalt. That's like Babylon can walk on them for and I now. Can stand up and reason and hold up our head and say Rastafari in any crowd, in any village anyway. So we couldn't just go dash down there and throw them that one side. Because you throw away all your glory. You throw away all your agency. So the ancient have to remain with the modern balance. Pure, simple and original. And that him say. And that's how we have to live it. Through the order of the kings of kings and the lord of lords, the conquering man lion of the tribe of Judah. Elect of himself and the light of hydration, and I give praises ceaseless, continually unto the Most High, Elias, Selassie, from the rising of the sun to the setting thereof. Give praises unto the Most High, Elias, King Selassie, the first, one perfect love, man, woman, and child. Blessed be the Most High, Elias, Selassie, and I, Mother, Empress, Wazira, Menen, Mother of creation, Mother of life.
Oh, you look at this, I look at that, I look at Jack, perhaps what's not enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, we reach 60, I look at this, I look at this, I look at that, I look at Jack, perhaps what's not enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, reach 60. Woo! Man, we did really start out slow, but we take time, wobble and grow. And see where at 60 a overflow and a kick out Papi show. Lord, what a jolliment, what a celebration, what a piece of excitement. Jamaica reached 60. Me don't know about Unu, but me proud about a whole heap of things. Me proud of our achievements and what the 60 package bring.
Yes, they are being here Asian Council. Lord, first in word, sound, and power. Glory to the Most High Emperor Haile Selassie, King Rastafari. Yes, couple lightning. I see you calling some names. You talk about one from Soweto House. I'm sure it's one person called you from the Soweto House. But you don't call their name, but I see you addressing my name in a few things where the I should really consult with I man if you need a report, you see. Yeah, but I saw it go. No change. But since the I address certain things on the media, and I said I, as usual, no have nothing to whisper about. Neither do I, you see. So I hide up on the ground here in South Africa. And if anyone from South Africa shout the I is supposed to consult I before the I, you know, I say where the next one I say. Because it's who feel it, know it, you know. No, whatever is happening here in South Africa is more like an internal matter that I would like to work out with the brethren and sisters here. So I wouldn't be quick to give any report from South Africa that is not, you know, pleasant. So that's why I'm on chill. I don't, you know, make no report on anyone in South Africa. As much as the abuse that I get, you see. So we're really depressed to know that I address a concern like that without I man concern, without consult I and I, you know. Because it's a disgrace if I should speak the things them, you see. It's a disgrace, and I now go speak them, you see, because I know forgiveness is there for every man. But anytime a man tried, those who are guilty, if they try to make it look like I am guilty of something, then I'm going to have to defend myself, you see. Because Soweto House is one of the first houses we never did come to the airport out of everyone else to greet I and I. Them are the one who said that is IV camp, you see. Yesterday I see they post a video of the coronation at Scott Pass and says this was before the house split. You see? It's like them know more about Jamaica than even I and I, even as I left a record. So me let them know, say no house no split in a Jamaica. Because that the coronation there, if you're looking at the video, you can see how Rastafari try to go amongst Mabrak, and Mabrak running on the video. So let me go man, from here, sir. So as much as we have with differences in Jamaica, when time comes for chant Bingi, whether Sizzla or Ivy, we all come together. It's only coming here now to South Africa. The same Soweto House, they label us as Sizzla 7, and we come from Sizzla camp, and them a deal with Ivy camp. So a two camp end up here, so. And if a daughter Beryl, who is a fan of Ivy, tell them things there. But from we come here, that is what we confront, that we is coming from Sizzla camp. And then Jamaica write letters so we not represent Bingi. So, I'm really kind of fed up and don't expect much from anyone, you see. I just endure what I can endure and do what I can do, in due time, you see. Because I hear I said I don't know about the guideline. I mean, it was a global consultation that took place at Scotts Pass 2008, you see, when the guideline was supposed to be amended. See? I'm tell you already and tell everybody, the Haitians, them know, say, I was the slave, them give the duty to rewrite the old guideline in the computer and add anything that was suggested by anyone. And then the guideline now would be presented to the elders and to the congregation. I'm sure me there Scotch Pass I hear the guideline. I read out big gathering, new guideline, or the one that was amended. As I says, I was working on the guideline with Sassy, under IV orders, of course, and the elders. So they told me that Ras Flacco was part of that work. So while IV was putting some of the addition or amendment that coming from, I was the one who was recording that. So I gave Ras Flacco a copy because Sassy said that. And then Ras Flacco put it out on Facebook, you see. And it caused a big reaction in Jamaica and in South Africa because it reached South Africa. Because we asked them how them to take guideline off of Facebook and make it be a problem, you see. I in Jamaica never sent them no guideline. And even now, we still have not sent them any guideline. You see? So for the I say things done by four, I must be more collective in your reasoning and know that I and I family is big. And most of the time, ones are not present when things happen. But things could happen, so man must consult and find out, because I remember cleanly 2015 up at Earthquake Bingy. That was a massive Bingy liberation Bingy. And over 20 of us as Asian sat in the man quarters and review the guideline that was being recommended. You see? And it was reviewed by the Asians, you see it? And I was the one who kept that. And I have given it to no one, I've posted it to no one. So South Africa claiming that we amend guideline and they didn't have any input. So I'm telling them, no, the Asian didn't send out no guideline. The one guideline that was ratified 2015 by over 20 of the Asians up at Earthquake Liberation Bingy. Caesar did a Bonnie Wheeler did a same time when we have Rasaya V in a confrontation how him figure register all mansion organization and hotel. No one, not even the Bingy house. And him saying no have to tell nobody nothing. And him get vexed and leave the meeting, and by the time him reach back west, Cuba dead. Because him and Cuba did register the Rastafarian identity. So them history check it. 2015 when the guideline revised by the elders them up at Earthquake. That means where them did put in there, all we go over the guideline and the elder said, no, that's when, because remember, I did take out Psalms 20, and they take out quite a bit of things, and when the Asian then go back over it, them say, no, can't go like that. You see it? So them put the guideline in an ancient way. The only thing about that guideline was the fact that them recognize Mama Shanti and Mama Enid as two matriarch priestess. You see it? You see it? Yeah. So that documented that there is an Asian priestess which was Mama Enid and Mama Shanti. You see? So that guideline has not gone anywhere than since I come to South Africa. I've requested the elders to look at this guideline. I've only given it to one person, and that is the elder secretary here. I've shared it a couple times on this forum here, and it's very sad what the eye is saying, because that guideline, no one is interested neither to have the old guideline or the new, because what South Africa leading the Soweto House has done is created a constitution for the Nyabinghi Association. So the Asian patriarch here let them know that Nyabinghi is not an association. Nyabinghi don't carry constitution. So you see, and because of that constitution, which is to register the Nyabinghi House, 5 houses in South Africa register the Nyabinghi order under that constitution. So because I'm not pushing for no new guideline, I'm pushing for the elders in South Africa to look at the guideline so that they can have a say as the elders in South Africa and not leave the guideline to Tran and Ivy, because the elders in Jamaica did review a guideline and they didn't send it to anyone than to South Africa to check it out, look at it, send it forward to Jamaica, and then it can go out. So that is the process. So because Scobo, a long time I tell you about the man them in Jamaica. Until I leave, then you see them. And them they right here so same way. Them is right here. You see? No, it's an insult to injury what the ayah said to I. Because Bongo Watto came here in 96. Bongo Watto didn't build no tabernacle here. They built up a little place where Bongo Watto gather. So, but Bongo Watto didn't teach anyone anything here how to build a Nyabinghi tabernacle. Because imagine, every tabernacle I know in Jamaica carry 3 doors. But there is not one tabernacle in South Africa that has 3 doors. You see? So Bongo Watto could have never shown them to build tabernacle with 4 doors, 1 door, and 2 doors. Bongo Watto didn't show them that. Bongo Watto brought the ISIS to them. And Bongo Time brought the government, which is RNC. You understand? So if I come here and in national gathering, Nyabinghi gathering, I was mandated with Ancient Rainbow to revive the RNC that Bongo Time had set up. And Soweto House is the only house in this province where I am. Every house support RNC except the Soweto House. You see, they're fighting against the RNC. And it's Bongo Time footstep and mandate I following. I'm not here to bow to Duke or Baron or any particular house, whether Soweto or Cape Town. I go to a national gathering, elders seated in Coronation, and they declare and give the mandate that I must revive the RNC. And come here and we have national gathering, and national gathering agree that we should revive the RNC. And the Soweto House object. So what am I supposed to do? Stoop to Soweto House? Soweto is just one house in this province. there is at least 7 houses in this one province. The Grajmere house, Guatemala house where Bongo Time tabernacle is. Soweto house. Soweto don't even have a tabernacle in their house. The only 2 places have tabernacle here is Guatemala and Grajmere. You see it. So Soweto House has been the forerunners. We give thanks because the brethren, they come together and stay together as legitimate, respectable priests, and I respect them for that. But ask them, how many, since I've been here, has they ever chanted a 7-light bingi in this province? Has they ever? It's only Grajmere we tried that. Maybe 2 times. You see? So I realize these people don't love Nyabingi. You see, they just use it to empower themselves and exalt over other Rastas because they're Nyabingi priests. But they're not chanting no Bingi. You know how long? The last Bingi I went to was at Bongo Time Place. I go there. It was only a 1 light. I chant throughout the night, right through. I had a nice little bingy. And then in the morning, when we seal it up now, for the first time in my life, Soweto House come up and they says this is how they do things. They chant the anthem in the seal up, and then they say the five psalms and the creed. After the Psalms, that's how they sealed up the last bingi. So I'm not in no confrontation with them. That was the biggest insult for me. So in order for me to provide finding myself into a situation like those, because I know the Asian caution, the congregation, Bongotani, every time. He says, after the anthem, not even another chorus, you see, should be sing. That's it. That's how the bingi seal. So when I come now and see these brethren sing the anthem, then they chant the 5 psalms and the creed. You don't, scuba lightning, you don't know, the diplomacy and the work that I and I dealing with here, So it's really an insult and I really don't want to say the things that these brethren have done to me here, you see. And I still love them and forgive them, just like what they done to me in Jamaica, you see. And I still love them and forgive them, you see. So I can't change. But anyone who tries to, malign Iman, you see what Mudfire come here and done. Rape allegation. Can you imagine? And that's what they've taken, these elders who's calling you from Soweto. They're the one that take this to decriminalize me. You understand? And Skubulite, and Jamaica know that there's no such thing, you see, concerning Mudfire. You see? Because these people up here realize that something is short in her head and use her to dismantle a NI program that those same brethren calling you from South Africa is the one who wrote letter as NNC to the king, accusing me of that the king shouldn't deal with me because I'm some kind of rapist. That's what these brethren do to me. And I tell them they're going to have to rewrite a letter before the whole of them did resign. You see? So scuba lightning, careful with the eye, I say, and I talk about Soweto House. You see? I stopped dealing with the brethren them here because of how they dealt with that bingy the other day. And I see they like to chant 2 light bingy, 4 light. They're all under us I-Vi spell. You see? So I stick to myself, my brother. You know, I had a nice little bingy with the empresses for Empress Menende. They didn't come. And it was a beautiful Isis. You see? They didn't come. You see? So why is what you're talking, my friend? You know? I am here carrying out your father's duty. And anyone on this platform who knows what is going on, especially with the RNC, they can tell you that in all of South Africa is the Soweto House that fight against the Let me tell you, man, because it seems like you don't know, you know, is a fight between Bongo Watto and Bongo Time, because the brethren who was assisting Bongo Watto, he don't like Bongo Time, you see. So that is why when Bongo Time come and set RNC, they go around now and say NNC, you see, and try to register the Nyabingi House instead of register the RNC as the government. They try now to compete with Bongo Time, the brother who was with Watto. He didn't like Bongo Time. So remember, RNC was structured 98, 97. It's 2004, them come with NNC and start Nyabingi National Council and register it and create constitution for it. And that is what I is putting a stoppage to. You can't register Nyabingi House. And Nyabingi is not a national thing. So because of this national concept, these brethren don't care about Jamaica. It's good that they're calling you now. But look how much years they've been here. Did they show any respect to Jamaica, to consult with Jamaica? They were busy following England, because the brethren who came with Bongo Watto, he was from England. You see, so they're busy following England, setting up NNC and dissolve and mash up the RNC. You see, there is much here to discuss. Even the big land in Kimberley where the gold mine, where them open up Diamond Company, Rasta Diamond Company, that land was given to Bongo Time through the RNC. You see it? And what they do, they dismantle the RNC and take the land and keep silent. You know how much land here that they capture and don't want to see none of I and I? When it's I and I who initiate most of these things. So, brethren, don't do those things, you know. Don't try to, you know, I've had enough of those kind of way. You see it? I stopped dealing with Soweto people. Not that I have anything against them, but for the sake of my safety and my self-preservation, I'm seated. I'm not competing with no bingy in South Africa. I don't bring nothing for them. They don't want to learn to chant because I tell them Bongo Watto came here with the church, and I'm the Isis, you know that. You know, I'm one of them designated as leading chanter. You see, because we never got a chance to send South Africa a tape. They got the chance, but they didn't have the ear of the chance. They have great chance here that they create for themselves, but out of our 100 chant, most of our chant, they chant it in some derailment way. You see, and you can't, I'm not forcing nothing on them. I don't care what they want to do. If I get a chance to chant, you know how long I have been get a chance to chant bingy? Because they do their own thing. I'm not disrupting them, brother. You know, I'm seated on my own grounds. You understand? But I refuse to stoop to Soweto. You see it? Mama Tandeka is here. Queen Tandeka is here. You see? That one who called you from Soweto, he was right here in this platform. Why he take away himself? You see? Take away himself. Because he's a fighter. He wants to fight against the queen for all calling the queen, all kind of thing. And I'm saying, no, I'm not working with that. That's not how Rastafari love goes. To fight against each other. You see, under false allegation. I'm not fighting against no one. You see, and no one can get me to join no crew. I'm a one-away soldier. You see, I stick to the order that I was taught. You see, and if it wasn't taught by me, I don't trouble. I am a follower of this order. I don't make nothing new. So to say like the guideline, you need to consult with the elders in Jamaica. Even the time, about the amended guideline. But we did not send that anywhere because it's still in the making. Still in the making. The only person we give a look towards is the dialect of record in South Africa. So that the elders could look at this guideline. You see? Just so that that guideline that Ras Flacco and them is pushing. You see? Just to make sure that, because that is a false guideline. I was the one who rewrite the guideline. I rewrite it all in capital letters when I gave Flacco that copy. And they took it all over Tran and they're doing all kinds of things with it. But when I went to the elders and they certified what was read to them, that guideline is in common letters like the old guideline. So I tell you, anywhere you see a guideline with capital letters, it's fraudulent. You see, it's a fraud that Ras Flacco created, the confusion. We didn't send out no new guideline to no one. No one at all. Then we try to give that to the elders. No, they're disturbed because the SADC is happening this July here in South Africa. And South Africa can manhandle Malawi and other countries like they do here. So they're compelled, according to the SADC region, to review these guidelines that people pushing out and consult and see which guideline. And South Africa, if there is to be any addition to the old guideline, South Africa elders are supposed to certify that and then send it forward to the elders in Jamaica, and then it becomes a fact. You see, they don't even want to look at no guideline. In fact, they're not using guideline here, my brother. It's a constitution. They take out certain things out of the guideline, put it in a constitution to do business with the Nyabingi. You see? So there's a lot of things, my brother, that I can't even reveal like this. But consult before you privilege, because there's a lot of work I and I doing here on the ground. Bless Bongo Rainbow. It's me and Bongo Rainbow. Even now they don't want us to talk about it. It's me and Bongo Rainbow who goes to the 12 tribe and keeps Sabbath. As old as Bongo Rainbow is kneeling down on his knees with the 12 tribe of Israel. When the whole of NNC, the whole Bingi house here, refused to go to the king for our cleansing, it was the Melchizedek house that went with us. You see? So this is why we was able to call the Melchizedek house and the 12 tribe house with the Nyabingi to revive the RNC. Me and Bongo Rainbow worked that. And a lot of them don't like when we talk about it. Give thanks to President Toto because he supported and strengthened I and I to push this work of Bongo time. That Soweto is fighting. You understand? So As I go, new friends always come up. But I and I still there here upon the works. You see? Give thanks. Blessed love. Rastafari.
For 500 years now, black people get caught in a mentality, in a thinking that has nothing to do with them past, nothing to do with them future. We keep looking through the eyes of the slave master to find redemption and salvation. Now, let me give you a religion, and a whole heap of people will say Christianity come from Africa. I beg to differ. Christianity is a European designed religion drawing from African spirituality. So a lot of the things them that we claim say because it's Christian and because the Bible was in Africa. I mean the things them are going on in the Bible, them put it in Africa. We really believe say Christianity is an African religion. When we know that there is a country that is both in Europe and in Asia. There's a country that is in Europe and is in Asia. All you do when you're on the Asian side, you can take a ferry and go over to the European side. I have done that before. And that country is called Turkey. Turkey. There was a time when Turkey was a gateway between Europe and Asia, Europe and Africa. And a lot of the things that we give credence to right now come from Europe infiltration of the Asiatic part of Turkey. So the capital of Turkey is Istanbul. And we know say Constantinople was part of that Turkey empire. And we know that Egypt was a gateway into what them call the Middle East. And a lot of people design them religious belief and practice for what was happening in Egypt. There's a woman, one of the women them named Cleopatra. Cleopatra had a child for a man named Mark Antony. Mark Antony. And also she have a child also for Julius Caesar. She was a very powerful woman, very powerful Egyptian. And she opened Egypt to Europeans. She opened Egypt to Europeans. And when she started to mix our children, them become part Mark Antony, part Julius Caesar. And some of them never even know them was really African because at that time you never have no name Africa. You never have no name Africa in them time there. As a matter of fact, you never have no name Egypt neither. Constantinople. And then you have an empire named the Ottoman Empire. You never have no Iran. You never have no Iraq. you have Persia, and in this place them call Iraq, you have a place named Babylon. Babylon was a very upscale place when them talk about the swinging gardens of Babylon. And Babylon become demonized because of the infiltration of some people who claim to be Israelites. And the Babylonian them manipulate that part of the world, go right up to the Euphrates, go right up. And we don't wonder how that part of the world is not white people, but the Israelis now call themselves Israelites when it is suiting them. When they want to claim land, them say them is Israelites from them time there. When they want to be political, them say Israeli. And some of them call themselves Zionists. And we who look and see what is happening, realize the Bible helped to facilitate a kind of colonial mentality in a black people, that the people them don't have to be present to manipulate your mind and your thinking and your political ideas and your religious belief. Them don't have to be there. Them just put a book in front of you and just say, read that. And we read it without analyzing or critically thinking about what we're reading, because we are so engulfed in the slave mentality that we feel say everything better than us, we as a people. So from them time there until now, black people is in a serious traumatic experience with themselves, about themselves. Them facilitate the European ideas and European ideologies and religion. And I am saying that Christianity is not an African religion. That is what me I say. Christianity was given to African people because it's just 2,000 years ago, according to what them say. 2,000 years ago, you didn't have a man named Jesus, according to them. Never named Jesus neither. But after the people them start to move up and down in the part of them call the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. When the people them start to move up and down, the people them start to develop what them call the people them who did follow this man named Jesus Christ. Them call them Christian. But it's the Europeans call them Christians. It's not them people them who are experienced what was taking place in that time call themselves Christians. It's not them. It's Europeans call themselves, call the adoption of this Eastern concepts and ideas and call them Christian, and then now manipulate the history. Just like how now them are manipulate the whole war that is taking place right now in the Gaza. That them push out certain thinking in them newspaper and in them political talk. That true do have nothing to balance it or wonder if this right or this wrong. We just take everything with them give it. It's really a sensitive affair when you look on black people, especially in the West here. Them don't have nothing to balance what them get during slavery and where them understand because of experience. Whether them is what them call educated or whether them is uneducated, the religion is what penetrate with more than anything else. The religion penetrate the people them more than anything else. People will change them political idea quicker than how them change them religious idea. Because the religious idea make them feel like if them don't accept it, when them dead, them all dead. I don't have to say it because black people afraid of the life for them are living and all, you know, because them put themselves in a place where them have to feel say something better than this there. Look here how beautiful it is. Look here how sweet them life is, you know, them feel say something better than this there. And nobody no know that. Them only have a thing named faith. Meanwhile, the people them who give them it, when you look and feel them life, oh gosh man, you know Farrakhan said the white man heaven is the black man hell. And that is really where engulf black people. That him can't satisfy with what him have. Because there's much more to get. Because him say there's much more to get, you know. Because when him look on the slave master, him say, then how come the slave master have all of these things? And him still a walla in a mud. It's a kind of schizophrenic thinking that some of them start to live in the illusion that them is white. And so now they become white by the religion where grab them and bind them to it. That them have all of the little illusions that surround that religion, that put them in a place of them just get stagnant. Because all them have to do is just keep repeating what the Europeans it come with in Africa. And then transport it in Europe, and then carry it over to Jamaica, the Caribbean, and England, and all the places where they want to carry it go. Because when you look at the people, them pass Turkey into Asia, and pass Africa. Well, some pass Africa, but pass Africa. Well, we cannot pass Africa yet, but when you look at in Africa at this moment, Christianity is more rampant in its acceptance than Europe right now. Them have statistics to show you that. So Christianity is rising faster in Africa than in Europe. As a matter of fact, Christianity is diminishing in Europe. Diminishing. Because the tribes of Europe is now recognizing that even the idea of Christianity to them is now becoming stagnant. Because not one country, but there's one country solidify the Christian mindset from all the world. And that country is Rome. Rome. Not Babylon, it's Rome. We look out against Babylon because, as we say, we develop a Jewish concept and a Jewish mentality given that we have the Bible alone. We never have no other book, Bhagavad Gita. We never have you name it, we never have it. We never have a Quran. All of them. We have books there that if you tell black people about these books, they're going to say, a foolish this you talk about, the Bible is the word of God. And them holding on upon it now more than white people. And then now, we start to live in a dream world. We're not developing, as a total of people, we're not developing ourselves as how we're supposed to develop ourselves. Because the thing that is binding us is this Christian concept, this Christian mindset that tell us, don't worry, things will be better, but it will be better when you die. Just wait, there's a better place than earth. When you die, then why you there so? Why you there so? Nobody wants to die, but everybody wants to go to heaven. And them tell you, say, you have to dead for go to heaven. You have to dead for go to heaven. So what is this life about? What is this life about? If heaven is a better place, then we should all commit suicide. Why would we want to live in a state of wickedness, where you see man do all this wickedness to man? Animals. I have to ask the question if any animal they are heaven to, but the cruelty and the devastation what human beings is doing to the planet and to themselves leave much to be desired. And people say, this couldn't be the right place where we want to go to heaven. So them going to do everything to go to heaven and realize the things that them is doing is still not enough for catching them to heaven. Because the best way to reach the heaven is to die. The best way to reach the heaven is to die. And then we tell you, say, well, you have to have a certain way of life to go to heaven when you're alive. So your life now must be a certain way that when you're dead, you will go there to heaven. Black man, hell. White man, heaven. And we continue to facilitate this mindset. We continue to facilitate this mindset, even though we recognize that there's nothing different happening. We are just spinning in like a wheel, 360 degrees, going round and round. We're not reaching the level of all the things that we hear people talk about. You have some people gone and have some strange thinking and strange doing. Them develop all sorts of practices. Some people say them is not religious. But when you see how them talk and how them behave, you realize but them develop them own little religion, which that's not a bad idea either. But everything leads to death. And them say the wages of sin is death. But the gift of God is eternal life. So, in order to get the eternal life, you have to sin to die to get the eternal life. Because the wages of sin is death. And everybody are for dead for go to heaven. Then what is sin? What is sin if the wages of sin is death? And then everybody have to dead for go to heaven. What you do in this life that can cause you to go to heaven. You have to go through a door. And when you talk about that door now, you have to talk about Christianity. Christianity. Because that is the only way that you can go to this dead yard. The only way you can go to this dead yard is to go through that book, the Bible. And we have to relate to it like that. Because there's millions of people in China. Millions of people in China. I think them say China is the 1/3 of the world population. And millions of people in India that don't give credence to this book. Don't give credence to the book. You have indigenous people living in Australia, in Africa. We go in a certain part in Africa, man. It's unbelievable what people believe. Them don't know nothing about Jesus until the white guy come round there. Some black man who follow white man come round there and I show them, say them have to change them ways if them want to go to heaven. None of these people ever got there yet, but them continue telling the people them that. They ask them, where is heaven? Them say up there, but you know them have telescope now we can make you see places where man could have never ever believed they exist when you're looking at them telescope there. You're looking at some telescope and you see the moon come like you're deep on the moon. It's like some of them glasses where people can't see far and you put on the glasses and you don't see everything just clear. But people hold on pan where them think them know and don't realize that they were given those thoughts, they was given those perceptions, those ideas by the enslaver. The enslaver. And him still I do it, was just that him not present sometime. Because now you become him. You become him. And you start to spread the gospel that him used to tell your great-great-grandparents. To the point now where you start to believe in a way him might tell you more than him believe in a way him might tell you. It's weird. Black people believe in a way white people tell them more than white people believe in a way them believe in a. It's a terrible thing. Look how much things we have that was before that 2,000 years ago. We was before 2,000 years ago. We're going to come forward because it's 12 o'clock. We're going to come forward. Surface all cultures. Culture is the way of the people. And if you look on the world and how the world set up and how indigenous people is all over the earth and they have their own cultural expression. So one religion can't save the world. It's just simple that. Because right now look how much religion them have. And we have to find for them religion to claim say why this is the right way. And when we look on our life, life is just based upon illusion and fantasies. And the more we live in it, and the more we feel it's reality. You know, they make up all sorts of things to grab we. And it's like we can't do better, you know, because most of we don't really go open my eye to other perspectives. Like for instance, now, me I talk here so now. And enough people don't have them radio. Yeah. Enough people don't have them radio when they hear that talk now. You know, see it. No people are saying, see it in the damn foolishness, you know, like I have the radio. But that's how we always stay. And believe you, me a white man, that sit down there and listen to what me I say. Everything what me I say, I don't turn off from radio. And the black man feel disgusted. Black woman feel disgusted when she hear me talk. White man sit down there and listen. Sit down and listen. And then tomorrow the black man or black woman cuss me and go tell her them pass and say this and this and that. If him not ask the person about something when me say, you know. Him done go with the pass and say damn dirty Rasta boy talking damn foolish on the radio again. About Christianity this and Christianity that. Never to examine it. Never to examine it. The Pope have over 1 billion people that follow him. the Pope. Them come, them go, them come, them go. But the dynasty exists, the popes. You have John the 3rd, John the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You have Philip the this, that, all that sort of thing. The Pope, tell me say, there's a man under the Basilica, Saint Basilica, which we go there already. The church named Basilica was part of the Pope there. In the heart of Rome. The smallest city in the world. And that's a city, the smallest country in the world is Vatican City. And this is the Pope reside. And another place named St. Peter's Basilica. And you know why them call it St. Peter's Basilica? Because the man who named Peter, you hear about Peter, St. Peter, the same man when they have and Paul, them same bury under there. That's them take him body and put under there. After them kill him. And the Pope is a representative of Jesus Christ upon the earth. You hear what me say? The Pope is a representative of Christ upon the earth. And Mary is the mother of God. And in order to reach the Son, you have to go through the mother. These things is where Egyptians and a whole heap of indigenous people used to talk about mother. And mother, that's why we call it Mother Earth. But the Pope grab it and make it become a part of him religious belief and religious practice. That if I come now and say, Mother, and start to praise Mother, you hear people say, what kind of damn fools is that? If you praise God and not praise woman, then who you think they start the whole of this thing here? A woman and the Egyptians, them take it on, say Isis. Isis. When it's reaching a Rome and Europe, they did have an Isis. What them call freedom movement, ISIS women freedom movement. Where the woman them worship ISIS in a Rome and Greece and all them places there. And when you look on the woman who them put up, even to this day, if you go in a Rome, you see it, and if you go in Africa, you see it. In Africa, if you go upon in a Senegal, if you go in a Senegal and go upon Gore Island is where the African them was shipped to Senegal, Gore Island. There's a church there in Gore Island. And when you're going there, you say, a woman, them say is Mary. And it's a black statue, you see. Black statue, you see. And when you go in a room, it's the same black statue, you see. Why would they want to make the statue black? When you go a certain place, them say, it's smoke and fire make the color of the woman get black. That is what them tell me. Fire make the woman get black. It's on with the skin black, pan the thing, you know. The clothes of Shavana black. The clothes of Shavana black, you know. That's how skin that them say, it's smoke, make it happen. You know, it's a weird situation we find ourselves in African people. Because when we go in at the deepest part of Yoruba land, in Nigeria, and Yoruba frighten a whole heap of people, the religion of Yoruba. When you go in Ghana, it frightened, black people get frightened and scared. Remember African come to my house one time and he refused to come inside because he see the things they were having, they will represent African and Africa. Now I'm coming out of the house. And there's some most Jamaicans here, most black people scared when them see these things. But when them look on where the white man are doing at the church, and when bring down to it, it's a crazy, crazy thing. And when them have black people are ball out about the blood of a man must wash them. The blood of this must save them. And them don't know say the reason why them have said that was because some people used to sacrifice children. Then why is most of the angel them in Europe? And some little picnic. And some little youth, baby. When you look at all, you don't understand where I go on. You don't understand where I go on. A baby, I will look at the angel means baby. You have a statue in Europe, the man, we call Notre Dame. We go to Notre Dame and see them things, the man, me I say, no, yes, sir, would I like to see black people come just observe these things. Just observe it. And when them go back in Africa now, and them look on where the African them are do, them I say, no, them afraid. What kind of ugly thing that, ugly this or ugly that? Some little strange talk. Them want to put African things aside. And them come and hear about voodoo and obia. And because some unscrupulous people like the past in them, these people take onto themselves some African retentive elements of African spirituality and use it against the people them. And they make it look so bad that the people them reject it and not only reject it. The slave master make it illegal to practice these African retentions. The slave master make it illegal. And then when it come to you now, you lick it like six. Look how much people me hear, look how much artists me are sing against Obia. Against Obia. Them don't want to face up to the reality because them don't know nothing else more than what Christian tell them about Obia. Meanwhile, the old Christian are working Obia in the church. Sprinkle olive oil around the place and I give you chorus in your mouth and I talk about this of the flesh. When you bend down in a Roman Catholic church and them have the Eucharist, them put it on your tongue and them say, this is my flesh, and Jesus Christ's flesh. And then drink the wine and say, this is my blood. And nobody knows that as weird. Nobody knows that as weird. What they mean about Obia man and them kill you for Obia man talk. And you have some man who talk about him and Obia man and the wickedest man on earth. Just like how you have some past and the corrupt and thief. But that now gonna make me fight against Obia. Because Obia never enslaved me. I'm gonna say it again, you know, Obia never enslaved we. And Obia free we. Go right down and look on all of the man them and the woman them who help to fight against these European invaders. You talk about Taki, Nani, Kojo, even Paul Bogle, even though them say Madikan, but him hold on and hang up on certain things. Why we don't recognize that we get trapped in a them illusion and delusion? That them might work them little thing and sprinkle olive oil and all them something there. And I give spring water and I say a healing a healing water. Give healing water and say a spring where you go all the while, you know. Them just back it and can't come at church and say you have arthritis, alright, dump your back with this. You have this, that. I hope them a work, you know. But them not call it Obia, because Obia is a bad word. White people tell you that. White people tell you so Obia a bad word. Yes, if you had known Taki and Bookman and all these people who liberate we, Nani, will liberate themselves. Where you think them have gun to kill people? The little gun with them, the little musket them with them have couldn't rise up against the big cannon and guns of these British who come invade the land. So we have to find something else, so we go back in our indigenous, ancient thinking and level. And them have to dig off. We're going to take a break and come back.
Oh, you look at this, I look at that, I look at Jack, perhaps what's not. Enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, reach 60. I look at this, I look at this, I look at that, I look at Jack, perhaps what's not. Enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, reach 60. All Jamaicans, 60 and not small, we have come thus far. A little, but enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, reach 60. Enough history, enough victory, Jamaica, reach 60.
The development of trade and industry further accentuated the difference in the interests of these class and saw the working class struggling in earnest attempt seriously to overthrow Babylon. Paul Morgan's attempt in 1865 did not achieve this objective, and the nationalist aspiration was contained until 1938. But even then, Bustamante and Manley did not liberate the working class. 1962 came with its new flag, item, and Declaration of Independence. When the fireworks and celebration was done, the butter was on the same side of the bread. Same exploitation, same class rule, same Babylon, same death row. Somebody in the next cell was knocking on the wall. Who was it? What time was it? Hurriedly I respond, then went to lie peeping under the door. It was a brother I had known from my days on remand. He was knocking to tell me that Winston was okay. Expressed his condolence and warned that the warder on duty would not hesitate to open the ward and brutalize us if he heard any sound coming from the ward. With a promise that we would wrap first thing come morning, I retired to share the mattress with the parasite that nests there. At one point in the night, I suddenly awoke. Bugs were crawling and biting all over my body, while cockroach crawled to and from cracks in the floor. Hastily I rolled the mattress into the corner most infected by the insect. Taking off my clothes, I hung them on the ventilators, turned my empty slop pail over in the corner furthest away from the infected mattress,
and settle down to await the morning. Until daybreak, I sat on that bucket looking at the night under the floor. A black cat made frequent trip along the ward, pursuing on each occasion to peep green eyes at me. With my mind feet I trod through the preceding chapter of my life, dwelling upon the few pocket of happiness, consciously avoiding the sequence of unhappiness that had beset my life for as long as I could remember. Mercilessly, I examine and re-examine expression of commitment other had pledged, commitment I had made to others and myself. Would friend and family abandon my cause now when I need all the friends and help? Would my body and soul endure the rigorous physical and psychological demand and trauma of this great predicament? Only time will tell. The fact of the moment was that, standing in the valley of the shadow of death, I did fear. Dawn was breaking, at least there would be another day. Yes, that last paragraph was very touching. I recall and I reflect where I was when Freddy got captured. As a matter of fact, I was already captured. As I said, I was captured for SAC. Freddy, SAC, Blacker, I, Starkey, and quite a few was a team. At the time, we was the youths who were lacking for the gun. Yeah. When we was for the gun bag. Yeah. So Freddy I left him gun with we down at 7th Street. Yeah. So I got captured and was being held at Central. As I said, I was captured for SAC. Hold my mouth. Yeah. Then Freddy get captured. So I was a part of the team at Central. Freddy, Marksman, Johnny Marshall, Farmer Boy, Phantom, Gumption, Schumann, just to name a few. Then I got remand at GP. Freddy was also remand at GP. At the time, I was on C-Naught. Freddy was on D-Naught. D-Naught at the time was where all the murderers was. D-Naught. 48 cell and B naught. Yeah, I can remember most of the man them that time pan B naught. You have Farmer, Johnny Marshall, Sutton 3 Mile, Dirts, Beery Man, Blacker Man, Rubber Man, Dutch, Mitchice, Timmons, Zebra, Carl Timmons, just try, Kenny Boy, Phantom, and C Night, I can recall, Rodebola, Jamal, Strength. Oh, how could I forget Noche, Janoch, and D Not, Janoch and D Not, Jackie Spangler. Yeah. I can remember Batman, Donkey Collar, Batty Face. Yeah, Ballad, Kuta, better known as Spangler. Yeah. Yeah, it's good too. It's good. Sometimes, I just call off these names, And when I call off these names are my brethren from back then. By calling out these names in my comment, sometime I see these brethren, sons, daughter, grandchildren, reaching out to I. It's a good vibes to be able to call out these men's names. Fisherman, Honey. Yeah. Because these men is gone and in most cases forgotten. So when a man like I is here saluting and reaching out to these brethren, it allows their family to recall that someone still loves these men. Yeah. So sometimes some people, when I know what this is all about, get na them feelings and want to disrespect the program. I talk about a whole news and a whole time something this. Yes, it is. But I'm here still showing respect and gratitude for all my brethren from east, west, north and south. Yeah, I heal up everyone because prison don't have no wire fence. A naught, B naught, C naught, D naught, H naught, Yabayak, Dumb Cell, A1, A2, B block, NCB. None of these places have wire fence. Yeah. none of these places have wire fence. So when you bang up in a these places, a one up, yeah, no wire fence. Me no remember not upon any of these ward. A man at school per man. Yeah. These places force I and I to become one. Yeah. These prison force I and I to become one family. Yeah. So all who want to take issues, when them hear me talk, and you notice me call every man name equally. Me speak pan Fede because Fede marry Hector. Before I leave Jamaica, I was the man that give him the most visit. Max man there can tell you. Yeah. I remember leaving Spanish Town 1974 and come a road. And I tell myself, say, me done with badness until Freddy come. Yeah. And me used to go and visit Freddy. And when me go and visit Freddy, all me used to tell him, can't wait for you come a street star. One time Freddy asked me, why is that? And me tell him, say, so me and him can run the road. And Freddy tell me, say, no ass. And that me want you for do. Yeah. Me remember me, that road, I wait for Freddy come a street. So me and him can do road. And Freddy tell me, say, no ass. And that me want you for do. And when Freddy tell me that the first time I fly out. Yeah. I fly out and go to Nassau. Yeah. And there Nassau, me and Lero and a team. Yeah. And we decide, say, we are try to go across to Miami. Yeah. And we cut couple works and Nassau. And every man get bite except me. See how skillful me is? Every man end up a Foxhill prison. Jaboni alone upon the run. And Nassau. Jaboni becomes a DJ in a nightclub. Them time they are the BGs, they run things. So me I kill the BGs. Yeah. Yeah. Cause them time the artist reggae album was Peter Touch, Get Up, Stand Up. Me I beat out that and Nassau with the BGs. Yeah man, artist thing at the nightclub. I me remember, I'm not sure how much me did rate Freddy, you know. When I couldn't get to go across from Nassau to Miami, I decided to touch forward a yard and go up on a shop breaking spree. Me look around 6 Aberdash rate. Blood clot, ass, you good, no blood clot, you know. 74, how old you was. Still young. But me lick half a dozen Aberdash straight. I me remember full one suitcase A fruit of the loon, brief. Yeah. And one suitcase, a fruit of the loon, marine and t-shirt. Remember, a touchback jam one with over 6 suitcases. Yeah. Just flying with 6 suitcases. Them time that different time, you know. Cause me no remember paying no extra overweight and all them thing there. Me just come in. That's how nice Jamaica was back then. Me just flying with 6 suitcases of things. Yeah. And me remember. Yeah. Go visit Fedi. Yeah. A Spanish Town prison with the 2 suitcases, one full of brief, one full of t-shirt. I remember give Fedi. See Max Man there for lie me I tell. Go ask Max Man. Me don't know. Oh yeah. I think Juby Pie did that they throw them time they too. So you can go ask Juby Pie. Yeah. Remember, I go visit Freddy and bring you 2 suitcases, 2 big suitcases full of the things them. And give Freddy the 2 suitcases of things them. For him to take the suitcase to Gibraltar. Them time the Gibraltar. Cause we there when Gibraltar build up, you know. Me da Spanish Town when Gibraltar build up. When them build Gibraltar, upstairs Gibraltar was Gallas house. And downstairs Gibraltar, all escapee. So, when me get Freddy the 2 suitcases, a skivvy, me tell him say, to share it. And him did share it. So all the man them pan death row at the time get underwear from Albadas. And all the man them pan escapee Kappa, the whole of the man them get something 3 mile, Danny Fraser, Eddie Fraser, the whole of the man them get skivvy from I. Yeah man. You see when me talk these things now, me have to have a smile on my face. Anyway, Michael Bernard there, he was there. He get piece of the action there. Yeah. 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 Anybody we know Badass? No say Badass are original man to give away things. Yeah. Badass no mean. Remember the first time I come to London, yeah? When I touch down, first day I go shop, I buy 21 pair of shoes, Clarks. And a whole heap of dungarine and farmer's suit and them thing there. Cause them time there, them kind of clothes the road boy I wear. Farmer's suit and some different kind of lick. Cause we are cowboy, you know, so some cowboy looking clothes, you know. Remember when I go home, my girlfriend said to me, say, where you going with all these things? Cause I feel say me well hip. And my girl tell me, say, no man, you can't go out with me with all these kind of clothes. And my girls carry me go grants. Go buy me couple, kick me, kill me. Cause them time that kick me, kill me, I do it. A grants, skins. So me have all these clothes, 21 pair of clocks and all these jeans and army suit and all these things. And I wonder, me can't, them time me there's nothing to carry them back. Then me just book a flight. Me just book a flight. And touch yard with couple double bag. I'm going to the park. Yeah. Because in the park I'm my place, you know. In the park I'm a base, you know, downtown park. And that's on my base, you know. No care which part of town me hang. So when me a superstar, when me a Vikings, when me a garden, when me the a park, me still base. I know these things now, cause man I wonder how ass moves so. Yeah man, me a garden man, me a big time garden man. But a park me rest. Me a big park heights at Wellington Street, but I don't a park me rest. Me a Vikings, I don't a park me rest. Me a Tel Aviv, cause me used to down a Rosemary Lane. Cause me have 2 or 3 brethren article like that and Miss Pearl. So we used to base down a Rosemary Lane. But a park, me hang. Why me in a park? Cause everything move around the park. Keith Hudson have a record shop right at the wall of the park there, right in front of the statue. Keith Hudson shop is the base. So when I have a share say, when me carry the couple duffel bag of things from England, under the park me go, under the big tree. Yeah. Me never sell nothing. Me never sell nothing. Me never sell nothing. Me at the park, me just go in the park and everybody glad to see the ass come back. And me just drop it over bag them, fly them, and just tell the whole of my friend them, take what you want. See Santa there? See Santa they go ask Santa. Jungle dead and gone, but Jungle tell, when Jungle ready, Jungle before him gone, Jungle tell people say, no man, don't play with us. Them man, they set it and start it. So when you see me I go on home, I go on. I say me go on from my barn, you know. And then a new go on. Just like you see me home is. Me the man believe in give and take. Give and take. Give and take. I will take and I will give. I mean that. Sometimes some people say, well, the brother, they are real downtown, brother, you know. Me can't get no more downtown than how me is. Yeah. Me no like Scrooge and people curmudgeon. I mean, I watch people things. Cause me see with something and I really want it. Me jam you. I mean, I go hide after me jam you. I mean, I'm going to jam you because you're tight. Yeah.
Because if you're a real street youth, you know, say, yeah man, them man they say all a thing because that's how the thing go round. Me not just take things so, me give enough things so. Because give and take. So me just want you know. Say, originally, we fly out and we lick couple place at Nassau. And the man them are dead too and Gibraltar. The whole of the man them know these things, you know. And young man we're still alive today in the mix. We know say us a good youth. Mr. Perkins, Holoskow, Kuta from Oversight. And who me no remember how the flickings are going on. But me not forget no man, you know. More time a man name jump out in a me thing and I say, blood clean. I want to the man there. Certain man when I remember them, me don't have no man for call to say want to. Because the next thing you have to know, enough individual brethren me have enough. I'm a brethren and a year brethren. Yeah. Here are the youth down the south where I'm a bona fide brethren. And I'm going to tell my guy yard. I can't link him. Because I don't have no man to ask about him. Chopper fish. Chopper, I'm a bona fide brethren, you know. From NCB, you know. And Chopper know that, you know. Every time I go yard, I go on a last street. I go on a last street, go on a market back, a arcade market back. Go look for Chopper. Yeah. Chopper, I'm a bona fide brethren. Yeah. So some man, I don't talk about them, but I'm a brethren, I don't have no man to ask about them. Yeah. And I'm a South brethren that. Chopper fish. The other day, Dougie pass and gone. And next one I'm a South brethren where every time I go yard, the man they see me. I'm gonna look friend. I go in the place, I don't know which part my brethren them there. Yeah. I'm like surprised my brethren them. Cause sometimes some man just like come in and know who for ask about a man. And the same way them don't know who for ask about me. Because everyone will know. Oh, by the way, the other day me I talk to Lenimens. No Lenimens, Buckle's son. And Buckle's son tell me say, Molin still upon the set. Yes, Molin. Respect you. Cause you know say you one of my original youth brethren from down the south as a perla. Yeah. You know say me and pie good. But me and you good also. Yeah, Molin. Glad for you say you still standing wherever. Me tell the youth to give me number still, Molin. But me just want to make that shout out here to make you know say me not forget you. Yeah, man. Yeah. He's the man who used to come out west, come link I and I. Yeah. You never afraid to come out west. Yeah. Molin, the young brother pie. Yeah. And while me dep on the case of Molin, respect goes out also to Zato. Zato the England here with me. Long time I don't see him still. Coming like from G. Isaac, chip out. Zato kinda. I hold it in. Yeah, but this was the tour I will reach up to Babylon. So we'll go take a break again and come forward at some other point
with the continuation of death row.
These are things that talk about people after they're dead. Nobody alive wants to be no fucking prophet or no fucking messenger. When everybody got every man got his own dick, every man got his own balls. It messenger to you for what? No messenger. A reminder, yeah. A reminder, a refresher. I'm saying, my brethren, yeah, remind me when I'm saying go off on yeah, that's what my brethren. Yeah, you want me, you're my reminder. You know, messengers, you know, fucking prophets and nobody. You know, man, you're my brother, you're my brother, you're my sister. You're a reminder to me of. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going on the wrong way, step the fuck up, motherfucker, tighten up. That's what, yeah, that. Not no fucking messenger to say motherfucker we come out the same pussy hole, we come on the same under the same situation, but somebody you gonna lead me somewhere? The fuck out of here with that bullshit. Get out of here with that bullshit. No, but the whole thing is that not being able to see white people and to see in the world is what it is. Caribbean people don't see the fullness of, they don't see the other white people. All they see is the vacationers and the fucking holidayers. People going on holiday and hippies. They don't know the white, you know what I'm saying? They haven't experienced the white motherfuckers who will fucking hang their ass. They ain't experienced them crackers like that. Who will hang their ass. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying in all the videos and all. Because I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the music and all that. So yeah, I don't know what changed the things to make black people, especially in the West, think that somehow we in a separate struggle, like we in the same goddamn shit that has always been. That has always been since we got here. There are no special black slaves. Look at that word. Look at that word. If I'm a special slave, do you really believe that you are a special slave? Ain't no such thing. There are no special slaves. Ain't no special black people in the Western Hemisphere nowhere. In Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in the St. Kitts, in Trinidad, in America, and Georgia, ain't no special black people nowhere. We all under the same yoke of the same fucking oppressor, the same goddamn thing. And we got all these different examples. We got examples of revolutionaries. We got examples of philosophers. We got examples of religion. All these different things. So I'm saying it's going to take all of those things, a mixture of all of that stuff, to make change. Right now, when you look at the situation the way it is right now, you got people in the majority black countries. I mean, because people I don't live in fantasy land, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it's a good thing that you got people in Burkina Faso and other countries that was colonized by the French, but they take their country back. You got a black guy down here in fucking Haiti, barbecues. And then when you look at the whole, it's like, are you guys, I understand you want revolution and things like that, but do you think you have enough guns to fight these crackers for real? Do you really believe that? Saddam Hussein didn't have enough guns and he had weapons. Muammar Gaddafi didn't have enough fucking guns. Hugo Chavez didn't have enough guns. So, deal with reality, not emotions. Black people don't own no fucking ammunition factories. So, all of that kind of crazy shit, it's only steps to lead you back to the same goddamn circle. You gotta go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, and you're going to the same shit. It's only until that black Africans and black people in the Caribbean, you watch these people children every fucking day. You nanny their children. It's not gonna be no thing about just Rasta or some black revolutionary. Regular, every fucking day, black people have to get involved if they want fucking change. As simple as that. If you living in a country where the majority of the country is black, white people don't farm nothing there. They don't grow nothing there. You motherfuckers are feeding them. Y'all plant their food, y'all grow their food, you prepare their food. And then you want to, there's not going to be no change without sacrifice. Yeah, you might wonder how you're going to eat. All that stuff like that. So, when you're dealing with reality, yeah, if you're not dealing with all that stuff like that, you're not dealing with reality. I'll put it like that. If you're not trying to put all those things into the whole thing, you're not dealing with reality. You're dealing with a fragmented part of an emotional reality, your own emotions. Black people nowhere on this planet don't got enough guns to fight these motherfuckers. As simple as that. No black race on this planet has enough fucking guns to fight no part of white supremacy at all. But we have other ways. And the other ways will do way more than some more crazy lunatic type shit. Some lunatic fucking suicide mission type shit. You feed these people. You grow their food. You harvest their food. You dig in their minds. You dig their that's what it all boils down to. If people don't realize that people are doing the work, the majority of people are doing the work for the minority of people. If people, especially black people, if black people don't understand that, because it's not, and the fucking nurse, the nanny, the black revolutionary, the Rasta, the black Muslim, everybody got to be fucking involved. Ain't nobody don't get no fucking pass. You don't get no fucking pass because you went to college and go to school, or I'm a nanny, or I work in the... No. If black people don't take that type of approach, we're going to be fucked up over here forever. As simple as that. You're not going to have enough money. No, you don't own no nuclear weapon. You don't got no change. None of that. If we don't take advantage of the things that we do have and use our mind towards the shit that we do have here, not turning our struggle into entertainment, not turning our black struggle into some fucking a reggae music industry where you go sing about, nah, man, because that shit, that's perpetual ignorance and perpetual poverty that never has an ending to it. There's no ending to reggae songs talking about people being fucked up as poor. They don't end it. Where's the end? Where's the end to that? There is no end. Because it's entertainment at this point now. People look forward to the next goddamn concert where I can hear the suffering and struggling of other goddamn people. No. And then some people see how easy this thing is and think that some shit really makes sense. Some cliche sayings really do make sense. If it's too good to be true, sometimes it is. If it's too easy, sometimes it is. Because the flip side of this whole sufferation, struggle, hustle is that these people don't want to see this struggle go away, because they make their hustle off of the shit being fucked up. They don't want stuff to be the right way, because the stuff is the right way.
Working class have not is the true reason why the goal have always been filled with poor working class black people. It is indicative that just 7 years after emancipation, the large slave market The largest slave market on the island was tailored into what is today the island's largest prison, General Penitentiary.
Greetings and blessing, Rastafari family. Give thanks to the uprising, you know. Yes, globally. Give thanks, Bobo Greg. I dey listen the eye. Important of the month, Rastafari month. But just reminder to some name what the eye left out on particular dates. It was Alvaranga, Douglas Mack, and Sam Clayton. And for the research at the university them now, it was M.G. Smith, which was one of the main man. Yeah, with the university brother at that time. But M.G. Smith seems like he was a CIA, so the university report on the Rastafari movements in Kingston, Jamaica would have give the date and the times. So we have to go link carefully now upon them. Research and study, and we call a reasoning and put the documentation them together so we can have a proper file of report. But one of the things where the eye of the hides up, you know, Bakawal Convention to I is a violation by Prince Emmanuel, you know. Because the I mentioned 54 and the I mentioned 58 and the I mentioned 61. And the varied dates, but there is something what the I left out is 1955, the I no mentioned that. When the emperor involved by sending Mamie Richardson to Jamaica, specifically to the Rassis, where Prince Emmanuel did take a charter of the Federation, which was Charter 13. But when Jamaica decided to deal with Federation, that is why he back out of His Majesty duty. And there was also a convention by, I think, a Brideford in the 40s too. That is something where we have to sit down and research properly to come up with a proper chronology upon the historical background of Rastafari. And it wasn't Michael Norman Manley run go to England, you know. There were summons by the British Crown. Buster and Norman and the two of them, you know, we go to England. And this so them get the whole of the directives from the British Crown. And them run go. There were summons, and it was the British Crown who sabotaged the repatriation movement, you know, not Jamaica government. That I want something where we have to have our stance. The Jamaica government was under directives. And I do mention the Coral Garden incident if they talk about a second mission. You know. You have to observe the Coral Garden incident, which was 8 months after the independence. And I have to observe the Windrush. So after the land grant. So the whole thing is the British Crown who are responsible for the crucifixion of Rastafari and the sabotaging of repatriation by their laborers or their cronies that were put in place here under the British Crown. And if they look and research the vice of Ethiopia with Malakuben during the historical war with Rome against Ethiopia, then they would see some serious factual evidence now. 1955 with Mamie Richardson instruction by the emperor to Jamaica, you know. They have to realize even the 58 with Henry, it was the Gabidan Rebellion that took place, where 5 military soldiers were killed, you know, and the water tanks were threatened to be poisoned. That's our next up now again, where we have when we have black on these issues. And there was also the rearmament mission from Montego Bay by the Rassis them to Macna. So the chronology have to really put in place in a proper context. Because it was imperial charters that came specifically from the palace of the emperor, specifically to the Rassis in Jamaica, where Mortimer Planner take charter 37, you know, and Mobie take charter 32, and Emmanuel take charter 13. 3 significant, and you have 43. These are the significance of that chronology, you know. So we have to take a deeper study and put them together in a oneness. Cause if the emperor give a directive 1955, and then because of Jamaica government using the word federation, and the 58 convention were called. Also, we have to look on the date and the time with the Gabidan rebellion. Also, we involve Henry, where Henry them did found with machete and them sell him a plan, a overthrow, and him son come in and create a havoc there. So again, we have to look on it, cause I think England head of the Scotland Yard were here, you know. They then get killed. Just like how we did have Mark Shield and all of them. England did have the head of the Scotland Yard we come to Jamaica to check up on the administration of them force, you know. Because in the earlier times, it was pure white man who was the head of the police force, you know. Now, black man could even be inspector. Because we have a book where give all of the inspectors, them and the head of the police and the army coming down from them time there. Just like how we get a glimpse of the one we name Nish. All of them one they come down and them pure white men. You know. So within the connection with Ethiopia during the war period of Mussolini invasion Roman Empire, it is 1938, the first convention of the Federation held outside of the US was in Jamaica. And Bustamante was a part of that federation and convention, you know. And Marcus Garvey wife, Richardson. So all of them man will rise up as political arena within the time. It is the federation they give them that they push there, you know. And remember that the first fathers couldn't raise the sovereign flags of Ethiopia. It was the Constitution of the Federation in 1937 we empower I and I with that authority that the Ethiopian flags could arise anywhere on earth in any colony. That is why His Majesty registered it in the US, because the Ethiopian head of government was in exile at the time. So we have to look on it on a certain levels and either stand it, you know, and not just from a favorite organ where we prefer to address the issue of the collective of Rastafari concept, because it is deeper or higher heights pertaining to the whole fullness. I don't listen the eye to the full seal up, but I just touch in through the names them where the eye kind of left out. So but we good call some form of reasoning and collectively decision, because I look on the 12th of April and the 13th as another significant part in the time of the reign of Tiwadius. I see someone did post something where him did send some money abroad to return some slave thing to, you know. So we need to take a deep study within the whole thing, and I think this month here is very important. I did look on the 12th and the 13th of April as a day of fasting and prayer, you know, begin from Thursday 12 midnight. And who can carry it out by 12 midday if you go 6 in the evening could drink water or natural spring water or jelly water and carry it to the 6 in the evening, you know, and break the fast if they want and start 12 midnight again from the 13th, straight same way, with prayers and either meditation in fasting for the crucifixion of the saints of Rastafari. We commit them there. It's a form of the chronology that, So give thanks for the reasoning, Yeah, and there if you look on the Governor General secret report file too. Because during the time of 58 with the whole thing where did go on and the Gabidan rebellion and the whole broke out till kill some city, The Mobile racists them did go through them time there with House of Patry. With them truck where them do patry with the red, gold and green flags that fly highly through Kingston and did not be molested by the military at that time, Because brethren show and I that all them time they when wanna come through with them trucker patch with the military just break ranks and make them go through. Because at that time in the 58 Mobile was the most financial organized structure of Rastafari in Jamaica, by the same university report, and the Governor General secret report file. That is something where we have to balance, So I see the commemoration of the 61 go through here in Mobile, and I see where them say Changa say land is looked upon as a form of the compensation, and 2 lot in Albion was given through the Benevolent Society. And I were there established in a museum as a director of the museum where we are looking now upon I archives of artifacts of evidence within I museum now. So I think the museum will go through the kind of look colonized by certain hierarchies of the Rastafari movements towards material gaining. But I now look now where I want to create I museum now with the collection of the evidence of factual facts for the coming generation, So I think we need to reason up on them levels there at a serious note. Give thanks to the word sound and encouragement and strengthening and